This assault rifle is known all over the world. 1/5 of all firearms in the armies of the world are AKs. More than 50 countries around the world have in service the AK, which was invented by Soviet designer Mikhail Kalashnikov. How the AK was created, where it was used, and why today the image of this weapon is even on the flags of some countries. Let's find out. At the time of the early 1940s, the main small arms of the USSR and the Red Army were Shpagin submachine gun 1941, Sudayev submachine gun of 1942 and 1943, modification, Tokarev semi-automatic rifle of 1938 and 1940, Mosin rifle of 1891. During World War II, German trophy weapons often fell into the hands of Soviet soldiers. Under a Lend-Lease agreement with the United States, the USSR received the M1 semi-automatic carbine. Also, by the end of the World War, Soviet designers and scientists were able to accumulate a large number of developments on how to improve Soviet firearms. In 1944, various institutions were tasked to develop a 7.62 caliber assault rifle that would contain all the key technical innovations and would be easy to operate. In 1945, the competition began. Already at the stage of the first round of selection, the project of 26-year-old designer Mikhail Kalashnikov was included among the participants. Mikhail was born in 1919. From his youth, he showed a great interest in technology and firearms. He finished only 7-year school, after which he worked, and in 1938 was drafted into the army. There he designed a special counter for counting tank shots, for which he received a gift from Georgy Zhukov, a watch. It was then that Kalashnikov finally believed in his strength, and the USSR received a genius, self-taught designer. He participated in the battles of the Great Patriotic War, was seriously wounded near Bryansk, and was sent to the hospital. After that, by the decision of doctors, he was sent to the rear for design work. Kalashnikov knew small arms in practice. As they said later, the AK was created by a soldier for soldiers. In 1946, Kalashnikov's project passed to the second stage of the competition. And this is also where the designer's ingenuity showed itself. He did not submit the same project for the second stage, but immediately started modifying it. He took into account the shortcomings pointed out by the Commission, as well as the advantages of all his competitors. In fact, a completely different project was submitted to the competition, KBP 580. In the winter of 1947, the Commission declared Mikhail Kalashnikov's project the winner. This is how the AK-47 came into being. It was considered the most reliable, but there were also complaints about the accuracy of shots. The decision was as follows. During 1947 to 1948, to further improve the rifle and start its production. As the first batches were produced, the designer had to correct the deficiencies, as well as be present during the production to make the rifle not only easy to use, but also easy to manufacture. In March 1948, it was sent to Ichevsk motor plant, where the first batch of AK-47 was produced in the amount of 1.5 thousand pieces. In 1949, Mikhail Kalashnikov received the Stalin Prize and an apartment in Moscow. Also attached to the prize was a material payment, with which Mikhail bought furniture for the apartment and a car. Even after the release of the first batch, Kalashnikov was constantly present at the firing ranges to improve his creation. Because of this, he had serious hearing problems until the end of his life. The whole world knows the name AK-47, although by and large it is only the name of the first batch of automatic rifles. Very quickly, both in the USSR and abroad, the main advantages of the Kalashnikov assault rifle became clear: quick assembly and ease of operation. For example, the Army course to master the assault rifle is only 10 hours. Low cost of production, speed of production. Already by the early 1950s, some units of the Red Army received the AK-47 in service. For the first time, the rifle was used in Hungary during the suppression of the uprising of 1956. So the AK-47 became not only a symbol of the Soviet Army's strength, but also of the Cold War. AK becomes also a symbol of guerrilla movements around the world. That is why the image of AK is on the flags and coats of arms of some states, such as Mozambique and Zimbabwe. The flag of Mozambique uses a crossed hoe and an AK. This symbolizes prosperity and security. In 2005, Mozambique's opposition party introduced a bill stating that the AK should be removed from the flag and coat of arms because it does not correspond to the contemporary situation and was adopted in a different historical context. The country announced a competition for new state symbols, but even today the country still uses the old ones, featuring the AK. After the fall of the Soviet Union, many countries of the socialist camp left behind arsenals of AK-47 SS. Due to the difficult economic situation, the weapons were often sold, sometimes clandestinely. For example, AKs were sold to African countries for $200, $300 US. In 1990, weapons historian Edward Izella invited Kalashnikov to the United States. There he was welcomed as a Hollywood actor, although the designer's photos were unknown to the general public. During his trip to the U.S., Kalashnikov also met Eugene Stone, the designer who created the M16. It was these two assault rifles that became symbols of the Cold War. Mikhail Timofeyevich himself and his family are a bit pitiful. He never received an official patent for the invention. The AK-47 was used in many military conflicts of the second half of the 20th century. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell so you don't miss new exciting videos. See you in the next video, where we will continue to reveal the secrets of the gun world. See you soon.